Joe Dirt's penis.
When we were downstairs, remember I told you I smelled something burning when we were in the ladies' room?
Yeah.
Well, when we went up in the attic, I saw the charred corpse.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Love you, Gracie.
We're here at Malvern Manor for our third and final investigation. Please join us on our journey.
This place is filled with a ton of history, but guess what? Even I have history that goes back to 1989 when this facility was still operational. Stay tuned for what happens next.
One of the first rooms that I always come to or whatever is Gracie's room. You know, and Gracie was definitely an exotic type of patient, right? So she was multiple personality or DID. She was schizophrenic on top of all of that, so very chaotic mind state. They would hear male voices coming from her room. So obviously they would have to go and look because a guy in a girl's room is a big time no-no. So they would go in there and it was just her. Like, she could manipulate and shift her voice to sound male, which medically speaking is an anomaly. Just there's night and day differences between male and female vocal cords, you know. Now we do know that one evening nurses went in and just in an hour documented 13 separate distinguishable personalities, which is amazing in and of itself, just given the fact that the most I've ever seen on record anywhere is 21. But the wheelhouse for somebody with an affliction like that is about 2 to 5. So for her to have 13, she's definitely tipping the scales, for sure. Coming kind of down the hall into the Shadow Man hallway or whatever, you know, at the end of the hallway we have a lady who was brought in here. She was in her mid-30s, so I mean she was quite young. She was dropped off by her husband, which apparently was just something you could do back in the day. She had this thing where she thought, you know, my husband doesn't love me, he doesn't find me attractive. Think, like looking into the mirror, plucking the hair out of her head, one by one by one. And there is a medical term for that, and I would probably butcher it if I attempted it, but medicated because of that behavior, and it didn't really seem to work. The behavior continued heavily medicated after that. They just kind of upped the dosage, apparently. She stopped eating, she stopped drinking. She quite literally just hung up weight. It's definitely one of the more sad stories that we have here, for sure. Females seem to have the most luck, if that's what you want to call it, like in that room. Especially, you know, ladies or whatever, like experiencing ankle grabbing, playing with your hair, and nothing violent or anything of that nature. So it's interesting for sure.
Going upstairs, one of my, I guess, favorite type of spirits, I guess, is what we call Hank or Henry. He is like just your stereotypical grumpy old man. We do know he has a very strong dislike for females. He would sit out on the front porch in life and he would throw rocks at children, things like that. He's just not really that nice of a guy at all. He will call women pretty much any vulgar name you could imagine. Some really, really nasty stuff. Going up there and looking in his dresser drawers and all of that stuff, I mean, you'll still find clothing, articles of clothing that are in there. Now, the clothing itself seems to kind of also be the antecedent for the activity in that room. So messing with the clothes, folding the clothes up nicely, placing them back in the drawer is usually enough to elicit that response, right? However, then, the females or anybody really putting on the clothing, maybe making light of the fact that you're wearing his clothes, that usually seems to do it as well. We also have
an entity that we call the captain. We can only assume that would be Captain Colors from like the big photograph that we have downstairs. One of the original owners of the building back in its heyday when this building was running as a hotel. He was also one of the first people to really come to the area, settle, right? But very strong ties to this building, it would seem. But referring to himself only as the captain. Usually people are greeted with a disembodied voice. Sometimes it's just asking, what's your business? Other times it's flat out telling you to F off. People are getting scratched, punched, bit, kicked in that area of the house. Now, I will also say that activity is happening generally after a fair amount of provocation. So I'm not saying they're asking for it, but maybe they are asking for it in some way, shape, or form. Personally, I've never had a problem with the captain, but I'm just the guy that, stocks the toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? So, I always try to stay on the good side of him. But then
going down the hall a little bit, you have Suzy's room. Suzy is the one spirit in this place that fascinates me for numerous reasons. But we do know, in life, she was a middle-aged patient. Mentally, she was probably closer to about 8 or 9. So in her room, there was a lot of coloring books and activity books that we found. Now, obviously, going up there now, people have added to the collection, which is fine, that's great. We openly invite people to do that, to color with her, to leave her a note or a message. But that room is insane because the activity is contained to that room. She doesn't leave the room. In fact, she'll tell you things like, I can't leave, I'm scared, he won't let me leave, is another common thing that we get out of there. I don't know who he is that she would be referencing, but it is curious that she wouldn't leave that room, whereas every other resident spirit around here is fairly transient. They'll follow you and mess with you all day and night long. She stays put. And then
just at the end of the hallway, you have what we call Inez's room. Now, the story with Inez Gibson is interesting in and of itself. We know the year was 1900. It was December 21st, so right around Christmas time. We know 12-year-old Inez Gibson is outside playing with her 8-year-old brother Otto. She's cold or bored or whatever. She's like, I'm going upstairs. Well, 10 minutes go by, and we know Otto comes upstairs, and he finds his sister hanging by her jump rope in the closet. Now, this looks like a suicide, smells like a suicide. These kids had a very rough go of life up until now. What we do know is Otto tries to get her down, and he can't because he's only 8 years old. He's just not strong enough to do so. He runs to the grocery store, and that's where Aunt and Uncle are working. Now, Aunt and Uncle just became adopted mom and dad. Again, very rough life up until this point. Very new living situation. So regardless, he grabs them. He grabs 2 doctors as well, which just seems like dumb luck, in my opinion. They race back, they get her down, they try to resuscitate her, but way too much time had passed. So there was no helping her. Now, this story shook the entire community. Losing somebody in such an odd way, and somebody so young especially. Even one of the doctors that was trying to help her committed suicide 10 days after the fact. The story gets messy, right? There are numerous accounts of why she did it. If it was in fact a suicide, if it was foul play of some sort, right? I don't know what's going on. You heard that?
Yeah.
I heard that.
I heard it.
It's like a moan,
Yep.
right? Regardless, I'm just gonna keep talking. But regardless, One of the most active spirits is a little girl claiming to be Inez Gibson. You'll very audibly hear her running up and down the halls. She'll call you by name, ask you to come and play, things like that. But I can also tell you that Inez Gibson, never died here on property. In fact, she died just about a block away where the doctor's office sits. Now, that's where their house sat. That's where this tragedy took place.
Now, interestingly enough, we kind of have a new resident spirit who's also 12 years old. Now, this information is basically brand new. We're quite literally still digging this up. But 9 years later, okay, this building is still running as a hotel. It's still pretty much the place to be. There's a gentleman, he goes by the name of William Stamper. William Stamper became, I don't know, curator, chief cook and bottle washer of the hotel itself, okay? He owns the property. William Stamper owns the property, and his family is here in Malvern. This is about the summer time of 1909. In December of 1909, exactly 9 years later, okay? Like, in December of 1909, there is a terrible outbreak of diphtheria. It originated from this building, specifically the railroad travelers and all of these businessmen and all that stuff.
Yep.
It originated there. Diphtheria breaks out. It takes some lives, that's for sure. William Stamper's 12-year-old daughter, Eunice, has to be then quarantined. She's quarantined somewhere in this building. Where exactly, we're not quite sure yet. But we do know that just hours after the quarantine began, she lost her life. The date was December 31st of 1909, New Year's Eve. Eunice Stamper passes away, 12 years old, yet again. She has been coming through quite often, lately especially. Now that we're doing the digging and all that stuff, you hear that?
Yeah, I hear like doors and whatnot.
Yeah. So regardless, maybe me talking about it, I don't know if that's bringing it out or whatever. Very, very interesting stuff. Who else do you want to know about? Is there anybody else specifically?
As far as I know, I think that's really actually the only well-known entities that are around here.
Yeah.
But I actually forgot about Eunice, so that's actually a good thing you brought her up. And until you said that, then that reminds me of the first time I was here, you told us about Eunice.
Right. So yeah, we have been now like starting to uncover all sorts of stuff regarding her. I mean, I even took it as far as then going out and finding her grave, which she's buried right next to her father, who passed away just, I believe, 8 or 9 years after her. But then after that, so you have father and daughter lying right next to each other. Mom left town. Mom left town, found another husband, because basically in that time it was find a husband or you and your kids are going to what they called the poor farm, or what, very similar to like what Edinburgh Manor was back in the day. But regardless, so she found a husband. Jesus. Hello?
It's a full conversation.
Yeah, it sounded like it, right?
If anybody's here, make a knock on the wall. Make yourself known. We're not here to harm you. We're actually here to even help you out. Is there somebody inside the building?
It sounds like it.
Alright, I'm gonna go double check and make sure there's nobody inside the building. Would your wife possibly be showing up or anything?
No way. She's at work.
Alright, I'll be back.
It's fine. Dude, that's messed up.
That's creepy. I heard it. There is somebody in here.
Who is it?
We moved up here, it was probably about a year after me and Brandy moved up there with it.
Yeah.
And I got a job, so Nishna Cottage was the first place I worked at.
Yeah.
And I got I was working there. I got pregnant with you,
Yeah.
and had to quit because I had a resident that tried to attack me.
Do you remember his name?
No,
So was
it's a mean old man.
so was this back in 1989 or 1990?
You were what, born in '89?
Yep.
Oh, probably around March
Oh.
of '89.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was about 3 months pregnant with him.
And so pretty much, I think the part I remember is you said you went over to like the boss's office, like what, 2 minutes later, and what did you do?
I went and told him, I said, hey, you know, this guy's attacking me, and oh, blah, 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 and giving me a bunch of stuff, so I told him, fine, I quit.
Nice.
We're going to go ahead and start a spirit box session down here in Shadow Man's Hall. Let's go ahead and come with. Pretty much down here, we can't really see anything, but we pretty much have to use our IR lights as pretty much our way of being able to see and guide with something. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and start out the session by saying, my name's Adam. We're just here to document evidence. We're not here to cause any harm or disrupt anything. We come in here with total respect, and we realize this is your place. So can anybody tell us where we are at right now? Sometimes you have to give a couple of minutes, sometimes in pauses, where you can actually get a definitive response, because this can take a lot of energy. Oh, we just missed out on a voice. My bad. Can you please repeat that? So far, pretty quiet. Is there anybody down the hallway with us, and how many? Come on, dude. Hello, my name is Adam. How are you? It's pretty quiet. Can you tell me what this place is called? what that used to be called. Hello. We're not here to harm you. We're just here to try and make contact so we can just kind of learn. What's that? Noise contamination. I kind of slammed the door up against the wall. Whoa, you just got a voice there. Can you please repeat that?
What was that?
That was a radio station. This is the room where the girl always would stand right here in front of this mirror, and she would always pull her hair out. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with possibly a past marriage or something, but there's something that was traumatizing, definitely.
I think there was an orb that just flew by.
Alright, well, we'll document that. Come here and take a look at this mirror. This would be the mirror that she would always be looking into while she'd be pulling her hair out. Just kind of put yourself there and think about what she was going through. Can you tell us what you did when you looked in the mirror? Radio station. I'm about to be leaving the room. You got a little bit longer. Well, we thank you for your time. There is a voice. The type of validity of evidence that we're looking for is when we can hear a voice that goes through multiple sweeps of multiple different stations. That's how we know it's a legit voice. Sometimes, though, it can be hard to differentiate. We're gonna go ahead and end the spirit box. Don't stop recording it.
Cover off.
Alrighty, so now what we're going to try and do is look for a little bit of intelligent responses by trying to invoke a response by a simple knock on the wall. Oh, that's my stomach. Give us a sign of your presence. Make a couple knocks on the wall, throw stuff down our direction, touch us, but just so you know, nothing is allowed to follow us home. There will be no any type of attachment. We just would hope that that would be respectful, since in return, we'll be respectful to your place. Like I said, just a little bit of a knock. Noise contamination of me kicking the tripod. Here, how about this? Oh, shit. I will close the door and I'll knock on it. I know you guys can do it. I've heard it before. Well, I'm going to give you just a little bit longer, and we're going to have to move on to another part of the building. Go ahead and even make a shadow up against the wall. We'll be able to see it, I promise you. I came prepared this time. Go ahead and even make that balloon move if you can. Do something. Back in, I think it was 2015, I actually came down here the very first time, and then we went ahead and came back here a second time last year. And that's when we started out as a new group, and now we're here for a third and final time. But there's a secret to why I'm here. I actually was here in 1990 when the place was still in operation, when my mom was actually pregnant with me. And the story that goes behind that, well, you pretty much got the gist of that in the beginning of the video. So we're going to go ahead and move on to another room. October 30th, 2019. Earlier, we were in here and my brother-in-law actually happened to say that he heard some creaks. So, there's a lot of noise contamination of me walking around. The microphone on this is pretty sensitive. Is there anything in here with us? Can you make that bed creak again? Noise contamination of a vehicle driving by. Might have been a possible knock. That's my stomach growling.
That's stomach.
Honestly. Alright, debunked.
That was good though.
Dude, my stomach's growling like a maniac all of a sudden.
That's weird.
It's that pizza, dude. Alrighty. Well, right before we leave.
A mist anomaly seemed to be floating by Adam's face for a second, before it went on its way. Here's a replay.
Alrighty. Well, right before we leave. I'm going to give you a little bit more of a chance to make a knock on the wall, make that bed creak. Go ahead and walk. Noise contamination of Alex hitting the closet. He's still a cameraman in training. Go ahead and zoom in on that bed. And zoom out of it
Noise contamination of another truck.
It's the same one.
Anybody want to say anything in here? You're on TV right now. I could be like the dude that pretty much interviews you. You're like famous right now. Heavy breathing, probably one of us. And here, it's Gracie's room. Noise contamination of me walking.
See, and I'm pretty sure I knew Gracie.
Yeah, Gracie actually has a thing of where maybe she might have multiple personalities or whatever. And
Scream
she'll,
really loud. Ah!
yeah.
Gracie May.
Here, watch where you're stepping.
Say hi to the people.
Is your husband here? Noise contamination of Alex stepping on stuff. Make a knock on the wall or make this balloon move. I know I hear
Heard something down this hallway.
so I thought I might have heard like a thing.
That was out the window. That was people in the street, but I heard something down this hallway as well.
What did you hear?
It was just like mumbling.
Really?
It was undiscernible, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Heading back down Shadow Man's Hall already.
Is that what it was? It was right in this vicinity, right here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It wasn't very far away, but it was mumbly.
Who's down here?
Let us know.
We just want to talk. Maybe ask a few questions. Get to know one another.
Is there anybody in here with us? If so, please state your name. We just might have got a disembodied voice there. During this live EVP burst session, we did indeed capture a Class A EVP on my digital voice recorder. Here is a replay. Is there anybody in here with us? If so, please state your name. We just might have got a disembodied voice there. Is there anybody in here with us? If so, please state your name. We just might have got a disembodied voice there. Noise contamination of a vehicle or a plane outside. Is there anybody else that would like to say their name?
let us know you're here. We're not here to harm you. We come out of here as total respect. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand why you guys may not always want to communicate. There's a lot of traffic through here. A lot of people come here every day. Well, maybe almost every day. Must be a lot of anxiety. Can almost kind of imagine what you guys were going through when you were alive in this place. Whether it was a hotel turned into a nursing home and then pretty much a halfway house for mentally ill people or mostly autism. But feel free to share your story. What was your life like here? What did you endure? What did you go through? What was some of your favorite times here? Noise contamination of Chad walking. Let's go ahead and check out some other parts. So last year when I was here, I captured a voice pretty much down here. It was when nobody else was around, and you said, "Quit your bitching." So can you kind of tell me what that was? Well, we're going to go ahead and go to the EMF chair. This is a haunted object. Well, already in here, well, for a second, let's see. Go ahead and turn that light off. But yeah, this right here. Oh. Now that's some continuous activity. I even reset it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make this device go off again. Go ahead and make a quick spike for yes if that was you, or don't do anything as a no, I guess. But just go ahead and make this green light go off again. Go ahead and make a knock on the wall, scratches, walking. Let us know of your presence. See if this. No, that was me. Alrighty. Still, we don't really have any readings. It almost looks like my actual IR lamp is going dead.
This one?
No, the attachment might need to be charged. Some could have actively been trying to drain energy out of that. Go ahead and come in here, dude. Go ahead and get a zoom on that. And as you can see, can you see it? 0.0 baseline.
Yep.
Cool. Usually this chair is pretty active. I hope you don't mind if I sit in this chair. Oh, it's really comfy. See why you like this chair. How does it make you feel? Well, you can also go ahead and say something too if you want. Ask anything that comes to your mind.
Do something.
Yeah.
No. Make some sort of noise.
Knock on an object.
Do something. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
You upset that he's sitting in your chair?
And I would be.
In all honesty, you know what? I'm kind of changing my mind. I don't think this thing is so comfortable. I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and take this home with me.
Yeah,
And
might as well.
pretty much use it as firewood.
Seems legit.
Dude, we can have a really nice fire on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I believe the time we were doing this is a little bit after, what, probably 9 o'clock?
Yeah, I think it's like almost 10, maybe.
Oh, okay. So we'll start the time out here. Yeah. Alrighty. 9:30ish is probably when we started, right?
Yeah.
Well,
The way it makes it seem, your chair is shit.
And you must be afraid of us or something. If you're not willing to communicate, we've made it very clear that we come in peace. We just want to know some facts about some things that happened here.
we're just really just trying to document evidence, basically, you know.
Of your being.
Yeah, dude, that IR light is dying. It needs to be charged. But it's fine.
So this is separate from the camera then?
No, the camera still has its own. It's just the IR light attachment makes the range better. Where the camera can actually pick
You're
up
talking
farther.
about the red thing, right?
Yeah.
What the hell? I got no jumps. Nothing. And this is supposed to be a haunted object, pretty much. The captain's chair, I thought. Noise contamination of Alex opening the door.
Just trying to see, maybe they're hiding out in the closet.
Make them
This
come out the
isn't
closet.
this definitely isn't any kids' bedrooms. Bedtime stories. What the fuck? Gosh, dude, I've been having a hard time with my pronunciation of words lately.
Must be pretty nice. You got your own sink in your room?
There's a Twix bar heard
How do you
over there I'm
feel?
about to eat.
How do you feel when Adam rocks in your chair? How does that make you feel?
Might take your Twix bar.
Push me out of this chair if you don't want me in this chair.
When people come into your environment, what emotions do you feel?
Make sure we're also giving pauses in between questions. That way we can get any definitive voices. Make this device go off, this green light right here. All you gotta do is that. Well, guess we might as well go to Inez's room. I think, well, when Brett gets here, we'll be able to actually be able to definitively say what each supposed spirit's room is because he knows this place pretty well. Yeah. But this was the EMF chair.
We'll be back tonight.
Yeah.
You best believe.
Best believe.
Mind your business.
You think this works? Looks fairly new. Crank it up to 80 again.
Here, go ahead and turn that light off.
Makes it that creepy in here.
Yeah. Right off over here is Inez's room.
To the right?
Yep.
Alright.
Hello. Hope you don't mind. We're just coming in. Can you make a knock on the wall to let us know if it's okay if we enter? Well, after you, sir.
Well, I'm coming in whether you like it or not.
Here we come.
It's extremely cold in here, girl.
Yeah, that's like a live webcam thing. Well, here we are, Inez. Right here was where Inez would have hung herself, I guess, in the closet. Right in here.
Are you gonna say hello to us?
Hello?
Make this device go off. I'm gonna go ahead and lock you in the closet for some isolation. Turn the camera over here, man.
In your closet, Inez. Is this where you took your own life?
Go ahead and touch him. Let him know you're there. Let us know. Noise contamination of a vehicle driving by outside.
Make some sort of notion that you were here, Inez.
Noise contamination of me walking. Come over here with the camera. Shine it down the hallway. Thought maybe I might have heard some footsteps. Pin it to your. There we go. That would just be the heater dial.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh. Noise contamination, me accidentally bumping the millimeter on the wall. So Inez, how are you doing, girl? Hmm? You okay in there?
Yeah.
What were those little hums?
That was me laughing.
Why?
He said, "How you doing, girl?"
Oh. I thought maybe you're like coming in and out. Noise contamination of a diesel truck.
Goddamn diesels.
Inez. Make a knock. That was Cole moving around in the closet. Well, it's pretty quiet all throughout the building so far. I mean, we saw a little bit of activity with the balloon, and when I was just fixing my trail cam, I heard a little disembodied voice, but other than that, nothing too much. But it's still pretty early, you know. Things gotta charge up, of course.
I'm coming out of the closet.
Yeah, he's coming out of the closet, everybody. No pun intended. Just intimidation of me closing the door. Alrighty, Inez. That was Alex knocking over something. And we're walking. Just a random room and there's a whole bunch of filters.
This one says 20 lighted reindeer.
Oh shit. Christmas decorations, dude.
About that time of year.
Oops.
Wake up! Roll call! Wake up! Wake up! Go ahead and end it. You're recording?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Can you see anything?
Alrighty, Gracie.
Yep, sweet.
We're back, and I got a couple people that you should pretty much easily remember from last year. We got Brett, we got Seth, we got me, got a couple new people. Hi, Gracie.
Hello.
You want to talk tonight? Got all sorts of devices that you can touch and play with. Got a ball that you can touch, and if you push it, it'll light up.
If you can gather enough strength, go ahead and give us a voice through multiple sweeps.
Hey, you hear that?
Yeah.
Does your husband still come visit you?
Yeah. Oh yeah?
How many people are in the room?
What year is it?
Six? That was definitely a voice. Hey Gracie, see that ball that's lit up?
Go ahead and push it.
That might have been a voice. Go ahead and make any of these devices go off.
There it was.
Good job. Good job,
Good
Gracie.
job, Gracie. Thank you.
Can you make that go off
K2
again?
went off.
And the ball went off again.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Gracie. Oh, thank you.
Thanks. Very well.
Gracie, if that was you, I have a yes/no device here. If that was you, can you make the yes light up? It's kind of tricky, but if you put your hand over it, it should light up.
Make that rim pod go off with the red light. Or make this K2 meter go off where the green light is, or in Seth's hand. Hey Gracie, tell me how many people are in your room right now.
Are you happy to have visitors?
Sounds like
It sounded like it said 4, but I thought I heard a course. That too. Because technically, yes, there is 4, but there isn't.
yeah.
If you're having trouble with the other devices, you can keep using the ball.
Yeah. That sounds like a voice was trying to go through.
Yeah.
There was contamination of Seth sitting down. Go ahead and make that ball go off again. I was very impressed with that. And thank you, by the way. Oh, making the K2 go off. Nice. So make sure. Yeah.
Can you give that ball another push? We know you like playing with balls.
Yeah.
You did it for us last time, or the first time we were here too.
There's a voice.
Yeah, I think it said yeah.
Who else is in here with us besides Gracie? Ben? Whoa.
There used to be a man who would be in here too. I think you called him your husband last time. Is he still here?
What? You need to speak a little bit more clearly than that. Radio stations.
Can you push the ball again so we know you're still here?
I need to give me one of those.
Could you please try the yes/no machine or maybe the ball?
Hey Gracie, can you tell us where we're located at right now? What is the name of this building?
You've told us before.
Many times. I'll give you a hint. It's a river that's located a little bit more towards Red Oak, but it has the same name in it.
I'm hearing the consistency of 2 voices on that.
Yeah,
There's usually
which
two
is usually what
voices.
it is. Now the thing about Gracie is she was schizophrenic,
Okay.
and so she would think that she was multiple people, including a male.
Do we have any names of those?
We don't, but she considered him as her husband the first time we were here. We got her to say husband very clearly. There it goes again.
Nice. Good job.
So is that who it is? Is that your husband? They would often, the workers would walk by this room and they would think there was an actual male in here. And they would come in and we'd just be her. Like she was that good at
voices.
sound. Yeah, voices.
Keep the millimeter a little bit farther away from you.
You're doing good with that ball, Gracie. Look at that.
I was thinking
Wow.
that was the...
Wow, I've never seen it do for that long.
Try and make that go off again. That'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you. That's wonderful. That was right on cue.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Alright. Go from the ball over to the millimeter where there's an antenna.
K2 just went
Yep,
off.
K2.
Literally, when you guys were talking, I'm pretty sure I seen an orb go straight down, and then that ball just started lighting right up.
I believe it. That's
Hey.
K2 again and the ball.
I saw it go past Adam. Start at Adam and
Gracie, you're doing wonderful for us.
Is that where it went? It is freezing cold right here. Feel
You got a cold spot? Oh yeah, dude.
It's my hands, my nose.
And then there was just like a little light anomaly that just was right by Seth.
We're gonna go ahead and end the spirit box session here.
Right. Yeah, we found the device she likes to play with. I'd love it if you could
I've seen like 3 or 4 of them. Since
touch
the
this
beginning.
yes/no device for us.
It's gone.
Well, pretty much a cold spot in theory, according to like some paranormal scientists, they would say that a cold spot
There it goes again.
could potentially be where electrons become charged, but and pretty much when they become charged and become more active, then the photons slow down, and then when the photons slow down, that's what creates cold energy, pretty much.
Gracie, if that's you playing with the ball, can you hit the... Oh, thank you. But can you hit this green button here that says yes, or Y for yes?
Sorry, that was me.
Noise contamination of Bobby talking in the background.
I'll scoot it closer to the ball for you. That one is kind of hard to do, but can you touch that green button?
She's got a thing for balls, dude.
Yeah, she always has.
For a second, though.
It was a completely different ball the first time.
Yep. That was cool though, how you're able to get that weird light anomaly that just
Mhm.
floated right up to it.
Yep. And at the same exact moment, there was an EVP that I didn't even hear until we
Yep.
went home that said touch the ball,
Yep.
and a woman's voice.
Can you tell us in your own voice without using the spirit box? Go right up there to where Colton is in the doorway. There's a microphone. I want you to tell us in your own words that you will move the ball. I want you to say that.
Oh, that's
I
what
will
it
move
said.
the ball.
That's what she said last time. Move the ball.
Or if anything, touch one of us. Give us a knock on the wall. Just want to say for the record, with the millimeter going off, those are not any type of positive readings at all.
On the count of 3, can you touch the ball? 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
No. K2 though.
Thank you.
Are you able to see the K2 on the camera, dude?
Yeah,
You can actually see it lighting up.
I'm pretty sure.
Alright.
Do you have anything else to say?
Oh, shoot. My balance is off a little bit.
Okay.
Can the husband touch the ball?
saw something go from here to here to over here. But when he said that he saw that light anomaly, I swear I saw it go from the right side of Adam down. Thought I saw it twice going past Adam.
Well, too bad you didn't capture me going, what? Where?
Dude, that was the greatest. Every time I see that video.
Go ahead and hit stop. On the second floor. Well, technically this is the central wing, but west wing is this way.
Going to the right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You got a flashlight?
Yeah, here you go.
Literally can't see.
Is that blood or poop on the wall?
There is blood. There's some.
Yeah, but there's some.
That might be poop.
That's supposed to be blood right there.
And that is supposed to be poop right there.
Yeah, that's poop.
Somebody flung on the wall. I never cleaned it.
There's the EMF chair.
Yeah.
The captain's room. Was his name Harvey or?
Yeah,
Harold?
it was Harvey, I think.
Yeah, Harvey. Inez's room, I believe, is all the way down.
I think is Susie's this one?
I think so, and then Inez is right down at the very end.
Suzy.
Suzy.
Get a shot of that. That says her name. That's pretty cool. Right when you walk in. Suzy liked to draw.
Live EVP birth session number 2, Malvern Manor, 10/30/2019, West Wing, 2nd floor.
Suzy was a drawer.
At this moment, we just captured a Class A EVP on the audio of the camcorder. Could this be Suzy responding to Brett? Here's a replay.
Floor.
Suzy was a drawer.
Floor.
Suzy was a drawer.
Noise contamination of wrestling stuff around. Hey Suzy, can you come over here and color with me? Go ahead and do a little bit of coloring over here with you.
What's your favorite thing to color?
Looks like you do a good job.
What's your favorite color?
Might have been footsteps.
I like red and green.
Those are my favorite colors.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite, Suzy? My stomach's rumbling if you hear a growl.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was Alex moving.
I like your balloon, Suzy. Can you move that balloon? I totally feel like I heard a voice.
I did not hear anything.
It could have been somebody downstairs, I don't know, but
Okay.
That's what I thought, but
yeah. Yeah, think somebody might even be coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Noise contamination of Kelby and Seth in the hallway. Come on in, guys.
Anything good going on?
Lord.
Welcome to Suzy's room.
Suzy.
You can sit down and color with her.
Suzy liked to draw and color.
Hi, Suzy.
Well, I was trying to color a picture over here with her, but I don't think she wants to color a picture with me.
Maybe she likes to be in private.
Well, not tonight.
I'm gonna turn on the recorder.
You got a DVR?
Yeah.
Nice.
I can set it up too, and it'll only go on for any type of voices, so if we need to plan it somewhere, we can.
Okay.
Be perfect.
Do you like the balloon? It's all painted and colored and stuff.
What's your name?
What stuff we got here? All sorts of coloring materials.
Noise contamination.
Gracie, can you grab your favorite color from that box?
Suzy.
Or Suzy? Still stuck on Gracie. Ah, there it was, Suzy. Can you do that again?
There was also an orb, kinda.
Was there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and say something into either these yellow oranges lights blinking, or make this K2 go off, or make a coloring book just start floating in thin air. That'd be pretty cool.
Or draw us a picture.
Yeah, I love that.
Did you see some?
Yeah. Thought I saw like a little sparkle of a light like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking weird.
When you said, oh, sorry, lift the book up, it was like it was trying to lift the book up, but.
But that was the right head. Just careful.
It goes off pretty easy. Is your favorite color green? Maybe orange?
I'm thinking purple. Pink?
I've seen a lot of orbs.
I just felt like something was just
Yeah.
right here. I don't know if it's the light glaring in or coming in from this. Will it go off from these little?
Yeah, usually if you pretty much touch that with anything, it'll go off.
Is
You gotta reset it.
Bottom one?
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is blue your favorite color? I see a lot of blue.
Suzy, what else was one of your favorite activities you would like to do besides coloring books? How long did you live here?
many people are in the room?
Yeah, like a sad feeling.
Yeah, I kind of am too. That's weird.
Didn't you just charge this one?
Yeah.
Well, it's only got one bar left now.
Alright. Well, we can go over to Inez's room. Oop, that's me wobbling a cup on the table.
We'll leave you alone, Suzy. You have a good day. Hope you feel better.
Alrighty. Inez's room will be to the left. You move it fast, so I'll make that thing roll.
What the fuck? Oh, there we go.
My nose is like running like crazy.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, hello.
Hello?
Couldn't get it to stop moving.
Wow. Right when you open the door.
Wow.
Alright. Well,
Reset it again.
let's try it again.
Hello, Inez. Make this green light go off on this device on either one of them.
Pretty please.
Yeah, please.
So, this is where Inez hung herself
Yep.
She hung herself?
from the jump rope in the closet.
Hmm.
Inez, if you're here, let us know and give us some type of sign of your presence. Feel free to say anything that's on the top of your mind.
We just thought we'd visit.
What is one place I went and definitely checked out? More than all the other room stuff. Especially in this room.
Yeah.
The closet.
Yeah.
How many times did I check the closet in any other rooms?
0. This one you checked twice.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And when we were downstairs, remember I told you I smelled something burning when we were in the ladies' room?
Yeah.
Well, when we went up in the attic, I saw the charred boards.
Yep.
Yeah, that
I didn't know that.
fire.
Yeah.
I wonder how did all
what is
that
your
happen?
spidey sense telling you?
There's more to this place than what we know.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
kind of take a
And-
guess about maybe how many deaths were here?
Oh man, I don't even want to get there. When I came first in this room, I was standing right there.
Mhm.
Seth was telling me that she had the mentality of a child.
Yep.
It made I had in my head when I worked and took care of the mentally disabled, and it just popped in my head. I don't know why, but then when he said it, just definitely confirmed it. How old was she?
Inez or who?
Inez.
She was young. I want to say maybe 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think she was much older than 10.
Okay, well that would explain why she had the mentality of a child. I thought
Yeah,
maybe she was older.
No, she actually was a kid. I don't know what she was doing here. He told us the story of why she was here, but I can't remember.
Orphan? No one wanted her?
It might have been something like that. I can't remember.
Was the door shut when she hung herself or open? Or do we not know?
Don't know.
A very unique name. Pretty name. And a lot of these toys are hers.
Huh?
I think there's something about that.
Or
Sure,
probably
this is original.
Alright, we'll come back.
I
in
know
here.
some of this stuff is because, like this machine thing,
Take a look inside that closet real quick.
this is original.
I wonder if that little kid voice that we heard was her. Downstairs.
Potentially. I don't know what was downstairs, but that was just weird. We saw the balloon move.
fever session.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys saw it.
yeah. Well, we stuck around. The balloon was moving.
Nice.
We were kind of frozen for a second. They were like, "Did you see what we saw?"
We kept we moved that one down the hallway, but it never came back.
Well, I do have that.
Inez, are you here?
All right, so we're gonna approach you now. All right, can you move that balloon before we go up to it? We're talking to this device. Is there anyone here with us? What day is it?
All right, let's look for some stick figures. I need more slack.
Feel that?
Yeah, I just ran into like a brick wall.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
And I flinched and hit that door.
I don't know. Could have been
More slack.
super reflection.
That might give you a little bit more.
Okay.
Felt that. It was like
Yeah.
pretty fucking solid. Is the REM pod on?
No, not yet.
Okay. Should we turn it on?
How do we turn this on? Oh. Good.
Would have been nice to have when we felt that though.
Right. Set this up real quick. Pause. See how it's blinking? Orange. When you talk loud enough, it will stay solid. Or when it picks up something.
Yeah, so you have a live EVP thingy. I got one of those too. Those things work great.
Could you emit the same amount of energy as you just did before? Or can you touch the REM pod, make it go off? If you have anything to say, speaking to any of the devices that contain audio, which would be this one in front of this gentleman here, or the gentleman over there. Do you kind of hear that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Come here. Do you guys hear that?
What do you hear?
Could very well be the highway or there's a car driving by out here though. But I swear it comes
No,
down
it
here.
sounds like an electric can opener or something.
Could be his
It
computer.
could be his computer.
Yeah.
I thought I heard something over in this area, but
Can anything touch this? All you gotta do is right that.
Yeah.
Set this down right here.
you want to try that? Set that off for us, please.
I don't think there's anything strong enough here to do it.
I don't think it's going to though.
Be honest
I'm
with
getting
you.
the vibe that it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to do it. Like it was like everybody in this room hide kind of thing.
It's play cat and mouse.
It's gonna wait until somebody's by itself.
And then feed off the sensory deprivation.
Isn't one of these light up?
Yeah.
Tumble party!
Okay. That's creepy as heck.
Alright, well that's a toy
Now you
that cannot shut off.
What the hell did I do?
Here you go, Seth. Catch.
Oh, there we go.
I think it just turns off its
Rolling with style.
nice. Did not touch. Roly poly toy.
Is there anything in this hallway?
So far, it's been pretty dead here, and I'm not very impressed. But then again, I guess we're not here so you can impress us. We're pretty much here to impress you. You're probably making fun of us right now. They're probably like, you guys have no idea.
And they're pretty much dead.
Yeah. Oh, stick figure to your left.
Yeah.
Yep.
About a little bit taller than my head.
It's up against the wall.
About 4 foot.
No, it's taller than you.
Oh, really?
It's pretty tall.
Yeah. I got chills.
Oh,
and
it
going
just
down
went up
my
the wall.
spine.
Dude, it's getting taller. Now it's climbing up the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you wave your hand? How about you climb down from the wall? Keep climbing down. How about you jump to the other wall? Yeah, keep climbing. Keep climbing, motherfucker. There you go.
Shh.
Let's
Did
go.
you hear that? Shh. That's a truck.
We got a full stick figure right here. You see anything on the night vision?
Do not.
Can you knock on the wall? Can you make a noise?
Oh.
Last time we were here, you said, let's do this. Let's do what? What were you
Wow.
talking about?
It's almost like it, sometimes wants to try.
This week.
I don't know. Now it's gone.
And it wasn't like picking up the blankets or anything, right?
Is it picking me up?
Kinda.
Was it taller than me?
Yeah, let's see.
So, hand wise?
Yeah, about that tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything here with us? Like Miss Gracie? Come around here so you can kind of be able to get a view in case this goes off. Yeah, go ahead and have this kind of put out in front of you, the meter. Yeah, there you go.
Grace May. Shit ass.
She used to say something like that?
Yeah.
Where'd you used to take care of her?
Park place.
That was noise contamination of Alex and burping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It just dropped 2 degrees in here. It was 55.3 and it just dropped to 53.3. Gracie May.
There might have been a voice right. Whoa. Hello.
Gracie May.
just now we captured a Class A EVP on the audio of the camcorder. Now to the point of when the entity said, "Help me." It almost sounds like it was dragging something. If you turn up the audio, you will clearly hear it. And not only that, we kept getting different pleas of help. Was there some type of conflict going on? We'll leave that for you to decide. Here's a replay.
Camp.
What room number would you like us to go to?
We brought you a balloon.
Well, is there anything you want to tell us before we go? Sorry?
Sorry for what, Gracie?
Just say that all the time. I'm sorry. Love you, Gracie.
Ooh, hello.
Can you please make that device? Go ahead and get that in the view of the camera. Here, just stay where you are, man. Just turn it around in the view of the camera where you can see it like that.
Hey, Gracie, you know it's Chad, right? Make this thing go off in my hand again.
He did say that he loves you.
Gracie, make camp. I miss you.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Gracie. It's good talking to you.
Go ahead and say something through this device. Let us know it's you, Gracie. That could have been counted as yes. I guess maybe.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Gracie. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you in a long time, Gracie. We brought you a balloon in. Well, it was a big spike, Gracie.
Thank you.
You're doing a good job tonight, Gracie. This is Gracie Camp, isn't it?
That might have been worse.
Gracie Camp? Is that you?
Make that device stop. Make it light up again. Stop. Go ahead and make that stop. Thank you. Make that light up again. Again. Keep going. Keep going.
I want to see it light up all the way, Gracie.
Whoa. Good job. That you're definitely showing an intelligent response, so that is good. Well, Gracie, we want to thank you. We're gonna go ahead and probably.
I'll talk to you next time, Gracie.
Yep.
I miss you. Bye.
Thank you, Gracie. Go ahead and make that device stop.
Oh wow, she's just sending it all the way to yellow. Look at that blue.
Oh shit.
Bye, Gracie. Miss you, dear.
You can come with us if you like.
Look at that.
Make that stop.
Come on, Gracie. That's enough. I know you're here.
Go ahead and try and hit reset. Oh, thank
Just like
you.
that.
Here's
But
a.
it's still trying to go crazy.
Very bottom button is reset.
Yeah.
No, look.
Oh. Huh.
It was just Grace talking to me. She's following us around. I reset it. I hit the very bottom button. It's still going nuts.
Huh.
What are you trying to tell us, Gracie?
We got a point 3. Come here. Come here. Is this
Point 3.
all right? Let's keep going.
Now, 0.1. 0. Zeroed out.
Nice. Is there anybody in this room?
I'm glad I got to talk to Gracie. That was kind of nice.
0.6, 0.8? Come here, dude. Like, you're missing out on the good stuff. Now it's down to 0 baseline.
Is there anybody in here?
Slight voice.
Can you make this thing light up?
Did you even capture the 0.8 on that?
No. Can you make this device in my hand light up? Can you touch it?
Alright. You don't give us 0.1 milligas, 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, 0.1. I heard a thump. This place is starting to wake up, I think.
How's it going? Just friends here. Is all.
We mean no harm.
We just come to visit.
Well, everybody come along with us.
Come on, Gracie, let's go. Yeah, back down to zeros.
Going upstairs to the west wing. We're just in the east wing. Now we're going to the west wing, second level. What? There's a voice.
We went to a 0.4 right there.
Oh, really?
Yep. I think we walked right through someone.
Oh, somebody said something.
Hello?
Oh, let's hear it. Go down here, man. Anybody in here?
Look at that. 0.4, 0.5.
Wow.
Hello? How you doing? Just here to visit.
Where's it at?
0.3 again.
Huh. Getting multiple different readings. Oh. We're getting multiple different readings. It's pretty crazy. Quite a bit on milligauss. Quite a bit of readings on the millimeter setting.
Hello? How you doing in here? Nice to meet you.
Oh, reset it.
Oh, it's nice to meet you in here. It jumped 10 degrees.
Oh shit.
It went from 52 to 58. Just like
weird.
that. How you doing in here today? You having fun? Learning anything new today?
Can you tell me where we are right now? Whose room is this? Alrighty, well, we're gonna...
What's your name? Married on this one at all? Hello? Nice to meet you.
Ooh, Adam? What?
I heard that.
There's a couple different voices there.
Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. This is a beautiful room.
Yeah, it is. It's got nice molding on the windows. Old school.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, another voice.
I really like your room.
Sorry we can't stay for long. I'm on a very limited battery and we might have to go back downstairs and change out the battery, so we definitely want to thank you for the activity you're giving us.
It's been nice.
It's been a real pleasure, guys. Okay.
Okay, make sure.
Alrighty. Well, the entity that... Hi. What's that do? Hi. Well, wheelchair was easier to push around last year, but this guy, I think in this wheelchair, can go ahead and push you around.
How do you just have this again? Oh,
Why do you keep messing with it?
because I accidentally hit something and I was trying to figure out how to get it back.
Very bottom right.
Huh?
I was telling him it's very bottom right to reset it.
Alrighty. Wheelchair. Invoke a little bit of activity here. Alright. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and count this as the recording start. Alrighty. We're in the ballroom. Last year, captured a pretty nice light anomaly, so it'd be kind of cool if we could get that. Who owns this wheelchair right here that I'm pointing to? Radio station. Well,
We also know you like to have music played to you. We know you like Elvis. Right? Well, ballroom, pretty much 3 a.m.
How's it going in here today? Anybody feel like dancing?
Let us know what kind of music you would like us to play. Well, I think we'll have to go upstairs. Guess nothing wants to. That's the same voice. Hello.
Is anybody home? Would anybody like to talk?
What is this place called?
Where the fuck does this go to?
That one?
Just one door?
Yeah.
I thought it was a door. I'm like, why is there a door on this?
Here's Harvey's room.
Something just nuked this battery. I just lost 2 bars.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm down to 1 bar now.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm gonna continue down here.
That was really...
Oh, shit!
What?
Something just fucking closed the door up there.
I heard it.
If you haven't noticed, we just had a chain link of events that happened simultaneously, all one after another. First, after I said go ahead, something mimicked me by saying go ahead through the spirit box. Then after that, there was a drain in the battery within literally seconds, which shows whatever was there was trying to gain energy for what was about to happen next. And you can guess that. A door slammed right in front of my face. So with all of this, is it just too much of a coincidence, or was something trying to mess with us and get our attention? Here's a replay.
Something just nuked this battery. I just lost 2 bars.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm down to 1 bar now.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I'm gonna continue down here.
That was
Oh
really...
shit!
What?
Something just fucking closed the door up there.
I heard it. Something just nuked this battery. I just lost 2 bars.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm down to 1 bar now.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I'm gonna continue down here.
That was really...
Oh shit!
What?
Something just fucking closed the door up there.
I heard it.
So did I.
But I missed it with the camera because you jumped and scared the dog shit out of me.
Overall.
Hello?
Can you make that do that again, please? Make a knock on the wall?
Knock on the wall and see if you get a response. Which door shut?
I don't know.
Maybe this one behind me?
I have no clue, but that scared the shit out of me. This one slammed shut?
I don't know.
That one shut.
We just captured what is believed to be a shadow figure on camera. Here is a replay. If you notice, the movement of the light in the camera did not move along into accordance with the movement of the shadow. So therefore, neither Chad and I moved when this was captured, and Alex was still in the other room, for this was only a few seconds that transpired. So here again is one more replay. Again, you can notice that the movement of the light in the camera does not move in the direction with the shadow figure. We even tried to debunk this, and what we have confirmed is, in order for us to be able to capture that shadow, you would have to move with the light or the camera in order to cast your own shadow, and we couldn't. So, we're just trying to highly emphasize, this wasn't made by any living thing. And if you also notice the movement, it just looks highly irregular for a living creature.
There's this room here too.
We'll just leave it up for you to decide upon your own opinion.
I think this is the one that scared the shit out of Adam. I think this is the one that shut it, because it was like right next to you when it happened.
Well,
I don't say anything.
That was me, sorry.
Just hit the reset. Reset, no.
Bottom right on the right side.
Can you make a knock on the wall? Give us a sign of your presence. You can walk down the hall.
Five minutes recording, the battery's almost completely dead from full.
Wow. So something definitely drained the battery for sure.
Oh yeah. And it used it to slam the door.
Yep. Well, go ahead and stop recording.